Deep in the ocean's rocky crevices hides a 2-meter serpent, a creature of immense power and slippery stealth.
Processing this giant requires not just strength, but surgical precision. One slip, and the value is lost.
Every day, tons of these ocean giants flood into the facility, fresh from the cold depths.
Transforming a sea monster into a world-class delicacy is an art form perfected over generations.
Welcome inside the factory. This is the journey of the Giant Conger Eel.
The process begins miles offshore. These nets are specially reinforced to hold the weight of thousands of heavy, thrashing eels.
As the catch hits the deck, the sheer size of these creatures becomes apparent. Some measure over 6 feet in length.
Freshness is the priority. Within minutes, the eels are submerged in ice to lock in the quality of the meat before they reach the shore. At the processing plant, the intake begins. This facility operates with military efficiency to handle the massive daily volume.
The first step is the receiving tank. Here, the ice is separated and the eels are prepared for the initial wash.
High-pressure jets blast away debris and surface slime, revealing the true color of the skin.
Quality control is strict. Any eel with damaged skin or insufficient weight is immediately removed from the premium line.
A mechanical grater sorts them by thickness. Only the largest, most muscular eels are selected for the premium grilled fillets.
Before the knife work begins, the eels are chilled in a brine solution to firm up the flesh, making it easier to slice.
The intake is complete. Now, the true craftsmanship begins. The cutters are ready to dismantle the giants.
Conger eels are coated in a thick, protective mucus. Before any cutting can begin, this slippery barrier must be completely stripped away.
The eels enter a specialized thermal tumbler. Warm water and friction work together to loosen the stubborn coating without cooking the meat. Mechanical scrubbers take over, applying precise pressure to buff the skin clean. It is a violent but necessary polish.
Machines can only do so much. For the giant variety, expert hands ensure not a trace of slime remains in the crevices.
A final high-pressure blast ensures the surface is sterile. The skin is now pristine, showcasing the eel's natural, glossy pattern.
A rigorous inspection follows. The skin must be flawless, as it will crisp up beautifully when grilled later in the process. After the warm wash, they are immediately shocked in an ice slurry. This rapid temperature drop locks in the texture and firms the flesh.
Excess moisture is the enemy of a clean cut. Air knives strip the water away, leaving the surface tacky and ready for the blade.
Now clean and chilled, the giants are aligned. They move toward the heart of the factory, the filleting floor.
The cleaning is done. The knives are honed to a razor's edge. It is time to open the beast.
To fillet a creature this large and slippery, absolute stability is required. The master cutter secures the eel with a single, decisive motion. The first cut determines the yield. He severs the spine just below the head, finding the gap in the vertebrae by feel alone.
Using the backbone as a guide, the blade runs the full length of the body. It is a single, continuous stroke of surgical perfection.
The beast is opened. Inside, the meat is pristine and white, a stark contrast to the dark, prehistoric exterior.
The sharp dorsal fins are trimmed away. What remains is a pure, rectangular slab of high-grade seafood.
A second wash ensures the fillet is immaculate. The flesh must be completely free of blood to ensue a sweet, clean taste after grilling.
Conger eels have tiny floating bones. The master cutter performs honekiri, breaking these bones with millimeter-precise cuts to make the texture tender.
The preparation is complete. These raw fillets are now ready for the most dramatic stage of the process, the heat.
To achieve the signature melt-in-your-mouth texture, the eel cannot be grilled immediately. First, it must pass through the steam tunnel.
As the proteins coagulate, the flesh transforms. It turns from translucent to a brilliant opaque white, swelling as it absorbs moisture.
The skin shrinks and tightens. This is crucial. It acts as a natural casing, holding the delicate meat together for the grilling stage. They emerge transformed. The once tough muscle of the sea monster is now delicate, fluffy, and incredibly fragile.
A touch test confirms the texture. It must be soft enough to absorb the sauce, but firm enough to stay intact on the grill.
Because the meat is now so soft, machinery is too rough. Human hands gently realign the fillets to ensure even cooking in the next phase.
The steam brings the natural oils to the surface. That gloss is the sign of a rich, fatty catch. The preparation is finished. Now, the white meat enters the domain of fire. The transformation.
The steaming is finished. Now, the delicate white meat enters the searing chamber. Temperature.
The first pass is a dry roast. Intense heat sears the exterior, creating a crust that will hold the sauce. Then comes the tari. A secret master sauce, aged and fermented, cascades over the fillets. This is where the flavor is born.
Back into the fire. The sugars in the sauce caramelize instantly, fusing with the fats of the eel to create a deep amber glaze.
One coat is never enough. The process is repeated. Grill, dip, grill. This layering builds a rich, complex depth of flavor. The transformation is complete. The pale, ghost-like flesh has become a golden, glistening masterpiece of texture.
They emerge from the inferno, piping hot and fully cooked. But they are too fragile to package immediately.
The gloss is the indicator of quality. A dull surface means the temperature was too low. Those are rejected immediately. The meat must rest. As it travels down the cooling line, the glaze sets, sealing all the moisture inside the fillet.
Before they can be handled or grated, the internal heat must be released. A spiral conveyor allows them to...
Optical sorters scan every millimeter. Cameras measure length, width, and color consistency, rejecting anything that doesn't meet the Giant specification.
Technology has limits. For the final aesthetic polish, human eyes are required. Inspectors trim away any excess char or uneven edges.
The color is critical. It must be a deep, rich mahogany. Too pale means it lacks flavor. Too dark means it is bitter.
Consistency is the promise. Automated scales weigh every portion in a fraction of a second, sorting them into precise weight classes.
There is no compromise. Broken or underweight pieces are instantly blasted off the premium line. They will be used for lower-tier minced products. To capture this freshness, we must stop time. Multi-layered, high-barrier film is prepared to encase the eel, blocking out all oxygen.
Robotic arms handle the sticky fillets with care. They are positioned perfectly on the film, ensuring the sauce is not smeared before sealing.
For the ultimate customer experience, a final dose of the master sauce is added. This ensures the eel remains moist and rich even after reheating.
The top layer descends. The eel is now trapped between two sheets of advanced polymer, ready for the vacuum extraction.
In a split second, the air is evacuated. The package implodes, molding the plastic to the unique shape of the fillet.
Heat bars press down with 2 tons of force, fusing the layers together. This seal is unbreakable, locking in the flavor for years.
High-speed blades separate the continuous roll into individual portions. The rhythm is hypnotic.
The vacuum must be absolute. Any loose air would allow ice crystals to form. The pack must feel solid, like a single block of amber.
It is a thing of beauty. A premium steak of the sea, preserved in its own juices, suspended in time.
Sealed and secure, the fillets are ready for the final deep freeze. They merge onto the main highway, bound for the Arctic Tunnel. The final preservation step is the most extreme. The eels enter the individual quick freezer. Powerful fans circulate frigid air at hurricane speeds. This is not just cooling, it is shock freezing.
Speed is everything. Flash freezing prevents large ice crystals from forming inside the meat, preserving the delicate cellular structure.
The rich sauce, once flowing and sticky, is now frozen solid. It is locked in place, ready to be released only when the customer heats it.
They travel up the spiral for exactly 40 minutes. By the time they reach the top, they are frozen to the core.
They emerge as solid bricks. The flexibility is gone. They are now durable enough to be shipped around the world without damage.
The core temperature is checked constantly. It must be at least -18 degrees Celsius to ensure long-term safety.
A final air blast removes external frost so the labels will stick. The product inside is visible again. The vacuum seal is stress tested at freezing temperatures. It must remain airtight even when brittle.
The journey is nearly over. This river of frozen treasure is now ready for the final stage, packaging and global dispatch.
The product is ready. Now it needs its armor. Automated erectors fold the premium retail boxes at lightning speed.
Delta robots, guided by vision systems, pick and place the frozen fillets with zero errors. They handle the brittle frozen goods with a delicate touch. Traceability is key. Every box is marked with a batch code and expiration date, allowing the factory to track the eel back to the specific boat it came from.
Hot melt glue seals the deal. The retail box is now tamper-proof, protecting the frozen treasure inside.
The master cartons are sealed with industrial tape. They are now ready for the rough journey across oceans. An automated applicator slaps on the logistics label. This barcode is the passport for the product, directing it to Tokyo, New York, or London.
Heavy-duty palletizers take over the heavy lifting, stacking the cartons in an interlocking pattern to ensure they don't tip over during transit.
The final security measure, stretch wrap. Tension is applied to lock the boxes together, protecting them from dust and moisture.
The factory floor falls silent as the product enters the warehouse. Thousands of tons of giant. The journey continues. The pallets are loaded into refrigerated containers, maintaining a strict deep freeze environment for the long voyage ahead. From the factory, these containers travel thousands of miles. They are destined for high-end supermarkets and restaurants in Tokyo, New York, and Paris.
In the hands of a chef, the product is revived. A bed of hot rice, a final brush of tare sauce, and the giant eel is ready to be served.
From a 2-meter monster in the deep ocean to a melt-in-your-mouth delicacy, the journey of the Giant Conger Eel is a testament to precision processing. For more deep dives into the world's most fascinating factories, like and subscribe to Gentech Insights. See you in the next process.